In the next part of our lesson, we're really going to focus on that slope-intercept formula, the y equals mx plus b. And we're going to look at what the different parts are. Now let's go back to our description at the top of the page. And it says right here, m is the slope. So in our formula, the number that's right after the equal sign, right in front of the x, is our number that represents our slope. The b is the number that's being added on to the x term. So that is the y-intercept. This is where our graph is going to cross the y-axis. So these are the two values I want to focus on in this problem. So let's take a look at this first example. Y equals negative 3x plus 6. Y equals mx plus b. So what number is in the space where m occupies? And you can see right there, it's the negative 3. Our directions ask us to find the slope and then the direction of the line and the y-intercept. So we can see this is m equals negative 3. From here, we can figure out the direction of our line. So this was part A. Part B, since our slope is negative, our direction is going to be negative. And that doesn't really seem to mean a lot. Another one, if we look at a graph from left to right, so just like the way we read, it's going to look like our line is going down. So just look at this example right below it. We can see if we look at this from left to right, this is a negative slope because it's going downwards. From the left to the right, our line is going down. The final thing it's asking us to find here is part C, the y-intercept. So if we take a look at our formula, y equals mx plus b, b is the y-intercept, it's anything being added. So the 6 is being added here. B equals 6. In our next example, let's go through the same steps just a little faster. Step A is to find the slope. The slope is always the number before the x. So right here, it's a fraction. Our slope is 4/3. So m equals 4/3. Next, since it's positive, we would say step B, the direction is positive, or it's going to look like it's going upwards. So if we take a look at the example 9 below, we can see that this line is a positive slope. Since from left to right, this line looks like it's going upwards. So this would be a positive slope. And finally, that number being added on or subtracted. In this case, nothing's being added or subtracted, so that means our y-intercept is 0. There doesn't exist, so in math, we just call that 0. For our final example, just y equals 14, same steps, just even a little bit faster than before. Our slope is always before the x. There's no x in this, so our slope must be 0. Okay, so m equals 0. For part B, is that positive, up, down? It's neither. 0 is neither. So what happens is this one will have a horizontal slope. So it will just be flat. No rise, no run, just horizontal. And finally, our B. Now this one's a little bit tricky. Since there wasn't an x here, there's just a number. Our B really is being added to 0, added to nothing. So our B is that 14. In these last 3 examples, we're actually going to write an equation from a graph of a line, a function graph of a line. There's a couple ways we can do this, but there's always 2 things we need. The first thing we always need to find is the slope, and we need to find the y-intercept. So those are the two things we need. And then what I want to do is there's two ways I can find my slope here. The first one is just by visually picking any 2 points I want. So we can see they've already picked 1 point for us. I'm just going to place a second point, and notice there's these grid marks in the background. So make sure that you pick a point on one of those cross marks. And then you want to count. Remember, slope is rise over run. So if I rise from this lower part, I always go to the lowest point first. So I have a rise of 2. Now notice I go to the left. So if I go to the left, that's a -2. I went 2 steps to the left. That's -2. I can also tell by looking at this line that it goes down, so it has to have a negative slope. Sometimes that helps when you're doing this, is just remember it's got to be a negative slope. So this is -2/2, which would just reduce to -1. So my slope is -1. My y-intercept is, where does this blue line cross my y-axis? And it's right here at 3. So my b is 3. I'm going to put that all together into my y-intercept formula, which remember is y equals mx plus b. Just start memorizing that. Just sing it to yourself. What that's going to be is y equals m, in this case, is -1, x, don't forget the x, plus the 3. We can simplify that just one more time. We don't need the 1 here. So you might also see this written y equals -x plus 3. I did mention that there's a second way to find the slope. Some of you might like it better, some of you may not. You would actually have to figure out the value of these points. So this first point right here, it's going to have a value of 2, 1. And the second point has a value of 0, 3. So you'd have to be really good at finding your points. And then you could use your slope formula. So m equals, let's see, so my second, and it doesn't matter which point is first and which is second, so I'm going to use this one. So that's my second point, is 3 minus 1. Then go back to that second point, so 0 minus 2. And I would get 2 over -2, which equals -1. There's a lot that can go wrong there. I really do prefer the rise over run method here, but I wanted you to see this one. All right, let's wrap this up. I'm going to go super fast. Let's see how you can if you can keep up. So for this one right here, I've got this first point, and I need to pick a second point. It looks like this is a good second point right here for my slope. So my slope here, m, my rise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I rose 6 to get to that point. My run is once again to the left, and so that would be -1. So my slope here is -6. And it makes sense because I do have a negative slope there. That line is going down. My y-intercept is right here, my b. Okay, so b equals -3 since it's below the x-axis. And I just realized I made a small mistake. I put m there instead of y. So let's just do a quick fix on that, and we're done. Number 9. This video is getting long, so let's go as quick as possible. This one's easy. This one's 0 right there. Second point here. My rise, 1, 2, 3, rise of 3, run of 1. So my slope is going to be rise is 3, run is 1. It's always rise over run. Rises to the top, rise to the top. It's always on the top. This value here is 0, so b equals 0. When I put this together, y equals m, which is 3, x plus 0. We don't need that 0 there, so it's just going to be y equals 3x.